And let's see how our back is doing and start our breathing, our deeper breathing. So let's begin and really feel. You can close your eyes and start to roll the shoulders a little bit up, back, and down. And feel the space lengthening across your chest. Notice the rising and the falling of your chest. And start to stretch the arms out to the side, just a little bit, and then bring them in and feel the difference. And do that a couple more times. And then we're going to reach the arms out and up, and let's do some angel arms super slowly. You can keep the arms bent a little bit so you feel more of the stretch across your chest. And we're going to do a couple more. And let's reach the arms up over the head and just stretch here. Lengthen through the fingers, wiggle your fingers. We're going to turn our head to the right and lengthen and over to the left. Just easy does it. And then let's hold our elbows if you can, or whatever is comfortable, and start to widen the elbows, widen the arms a little bit. And then we're going to release the arms and bring them back out and down. And take a few more breaths and just notice the difference. Let's make our way over to the right. We're going to turn to the right. And let's start our big circles with the left arm and keep the arm bent and slowly bring the arm around. And see if you can elongate the arm now, making the circle even bigger. And let's do one more. And we're going to hold the arm open and breathe, lengthening wherever it's comfortable. And then we're going to turn or bring that arm back around, and let's do our spinal twist and lengthen the arms. And a couple more slow breaths. And then let's gently press ourselves up, and we're going to twist a little bit more to the right and breathe and lengthen. And then let's go to the other side. So we're going to roll over to the left hip and do the arm circles on this side with the right arm. And first, just start with the arm bent a little bit so you can really open it up gently. And we're unwinding any kind of tension in the shoulder and the arm. And now we're going to do one more. And we're going to lengthen the arm and breathe. And one more breath. And now let's bring the arm back slowly, and we're going to face the upper body toward the bolster and do our spinal twist and breathe. And let's take a few more slow breaths. And then we're going to press ourselves up, twist a little bit more to the left, and breathe. And now we're going to release that, and let's do our small little straddle here with our legs around the bolster. And just put our hands on top of the bolster. And let's take a few breaths here. So as we close our eyes, just feel the shoulders rolling down and the spine lengthening. And now let's twist to the right. And then twist to the left. And back to the center. And we're going to try our forward fold, hinging forward. And so we want to press our forehead down into the bolster. And as you do this, as you press your forehead down, feel the release of tension in your neck. Let's take a few more breaths. And now we're going to come back up slowly using the hands. Let's put our hands by the hips. And as we inhale and look up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then we're going to come back to the center and take a couple of breaths. Just notice any kind of difference. Let's take our right ear toward the right shoulder. Noticing gravity, how heavy the head is, so it helps to open up a little bit more. And then slowly over to the left. Easy does it. And back to the center. So now let's twist a little bit again to the right. First of all, just feeling that, rolling the shoulders down wherever you're comfortable, and lean forward, so toward the right leg, but we're not going to go all the way down. We're just lengthening and feeling this twist. Then we're going to come back up. So we're in slow motion. We're going to twist to the left. And then feel that lengthening, that hinging over to the left leg. And breathing. So we're working on these diagonal lines in our body. And then we're going to come back to the center. And now we're going to put our right hand down and bring our left arm over, just where you're comfortable. Again, feeling gravity and how the head is lengthening to the right. And let's slowly come up and go over to the other side, left hand down, right arm over, and just feel. Each side might be a little different. Head falling a little bit more to the left. And we're going to come back up and take another couple of breaths. So we're in the center. Notice any shifts or changes. Let's try our forward fold again. Hinging forward, forehead is going to press down into the bolster. And we're feeling the breath, how it comes into the ribs. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then very gently, we're going to come back up to the center. Again, putting our hands down by the hips and looking up with a deep breath. And then as we come back to the center, we're going to move our bolster onto the right leg and reach toward the foot. And breathe. And let's see if we can kind of turn the chest so right arm stays down, left arm over, and continue to lengthen and breathe. And we're breathing into the stretch. And then let's slowly come back up. Feel the difference in each side. And then we're going to move our bolster onto the left leg and lengthen toward the foot. Feel any kind of release in your body. Now we're going to slowly turn the chest a little bit so you can reach the right arm over and breathe and lengthen. And a couple more deep breaths. And then let's release that, slowly coming back up. And feel the difference in your body. Feel how the ribs are opening, shoulders rolling down. And then we're going to take our legs, let's bring them together. And we're going to put our bolster behind us, behind our hips. And bring the block for underneath our head. And do our back bend. Wherever it's comfortable, finding a little bit more space with the breath. And pressing, allowing the head to press down into the block. Feel this beautiful lengthening here as we slowly inhale and exhale. And as the breath comes in slowly and evenly, we're allowing the arms to open with this huge embrace. And we're breathing into the belly. And as we breathe into the belly, we're feeling this sense of light coming into our body with each inhale and each exhale. We're going to slow our breathing down even more. And with our mind's eye, we're focusing on our breathing in the belly as it's become light. This sense of etheric vitality coming into our body. And then allowing the ribs to gently open with each breath. And we're allowing the space across our chest to gently open. And we're going to reach the arms out even farther and then up over the head. And we're going to do a few of these. So elongating the spine just a little bit out in a T position. With the breath, kind of feel each side of your body. And then again, up over the head. And we're going to take our hands now and bring them to our facial muscles. And let's massage our jaw, making some little circles. So because our head is on the block, we're really getting more energy to our facial muscles. So anything that's tight on your face, maybe underneath the chin, around the jaw, making circles. And take your time. And even up on the forehead, just notice any kind of release as you rub your temples, and even take your thumbs underneath the eyebrows on that ridge and kind of go in. We're going into the sinuses here. So just take the thumbs together and then out to, underneath the eyebrows. It's kind of a natural movement. And notice if there's any tension in there. And then wherever else that you feel like you need to massage, just continue. And a few more times, a few more breaths, kind of finishing it up with our own facial. Now we're going to release the arms and bring them up over the head. Take a deep breath to lengthen and roll a little bit over to the right. So our left arm is over the head, and we're going to allow this opening, any kind of other opening, and breathe. Listen to your body. If there's movement happening, just allow it to happen. Hopefully you're feeling the breath in new places. And we're dialoguing any tension with our body to help us release that tension. And when you're ready, start to slowly roll to the other side so we can get the shoulder and chest. The head is still pressing down on the block. And just allow any movement to happen, any lengthening. And stay with this focus wherever you are, allowing your body to express itself. And a few more slow breaths. And when you're ready, let's gently bring the arm back around, and we're going to come to the side. And using our hands, let's press ourselves up and just sit. So our back is against the bolster, and we're going to sit cross-legged. And close our eyes and just notice and integrate what we've been doing so far. And then we're going to twist to the right and twist to the left. And let's come to the center, and we're going to forward fold. Just walk our fingers forward a little bit and breathe. Let your head release. And then gently sit back up. And now we're going to take our right hand down to the floor, left arm over. And allow yourself to lengthen here. Maybe the forearm comes down. Kind of depends on your own body. And then we're going to try it on the other side. Left hand down, right arm over. So again, we're getting these diagonal lines in our body. And let's come back up and take a deep breath. Feel the slowness of your breath and the gentleness coming in and going out. And now let's transition. So we're going to move the bolster away from us, and we're going to come down to our back. And as we roll down, let's bring our knees to our chest and just hug the knees in and make some circles a little bit here. Feel how the head is pressing down, and then circle in the opposite direction. And we're going to bring our feet down to the mat and arms out, and just take a couple of breaths. And as soon as you press the head down, feel how the jaw releases. Now we're going to come into a spinal twist. Just let the knees roll over to the right. And take a few breaths. Maybe the head rolls to the left. And then we're going to switch. The legs are going to roll over to the left. And the head rolls gently to the right. Even the palms of the hands are soft. And then we're going to come back to the center. And let's start to bring our arms down by our sides. Roll the shoulders down. Feel the lengthening here. So we're pressing our feet down, and we're going to bring the navel to the spine. Little pelvic tilts. So it all starts in the pelvic floor and just gently in and out here. So the back comes down, and we're rolling the small of the back, the curve, pressing it down each time. Feeling how the tail is gently pressing down. Now we're going to start to roll the hips up a little bit and roll down. So each time, rolling all the way down, take your time. We're articulating the spine and rolling back up. We're going to do a few of these. And the next time we come up, we're going to use either your block or your bolster, and we're going to put it underneath us. And allow your hips to press down. Shoulders are rolling down, and let's take a few breaths right here. See how the belly can open a little bit more with each breath. Soften the jaw. And let's take our right leg up so it's bent, and we're going to straighten. And let's just bend and straighten a couple more times. Slowly, slowly. Our left foot is pressing down into the mat, and we're breathing. One more time with the leg. And then let's do our foot. We're going to point and flex a few times. Kind of feeling the mechanics of the foot and how this works. And then let's make circles with the foot. And circle in the opposite direction. And now we're going to point the toes and make big circles with the whole leg. Slowly, slowly. So each time we're bringing a little bit more circulation into the leg and the hip. And let's circle the leg in the opposite direction. And one more. And then we're going to cross the right foot over that left thigh and just let the hip release here. We're going to turn the legs a little bit to the left for a spinal twist. You could see what's comfortable. Just notice and feel. And then bring the legs back to the center and uncross the foot. And let's switch legs. We're going to start by bringing the left leg straight and bend a few times. So very slowly. Let's do one more. Now let's point and flex the foot. And then make some circles with the foot. and circle it in the opposite direction. And then let's point the toes. We're going to make our big circles with the whole leg. Like you're drawing a big circle on the ceiling with the leg. And we're pressing our right foot down. One more in this direction. And let's go in the opposite direction. And we're lubricating that hip in there. And let's do one more. And we're going to cross the foot over the right thigh. Take a breath. Just feel the difference when you release. Now let's see about our twist here. Just a little bit, leaning the hips a little to the right, wherever it's comfortable. So we're really taking time with our body, allowing it to be, and listening. And one more breath. And let's bring the leg back. And we're going to uncross. And now we're going to bring the legs straight up. And flex the feet, opening the legs out and slowly in. And let's do a few more. Take your time. And let's do one more, and just softening the legs here. Slowly bringing them back together. And today we're going to practice our drishti gazing. That means we're going to soften our eyes. Just look through the feet or the legs and allow your focus to be there. As the eyes become soft, and maybe you're slightly blurring your vision so the facial muscles are soft. And after a while, you could start to see any kind of light around the legs, this etheric vitality that surrounds us at all times. And if you don't see it, it doesn't matter. It's still there. This is a question of practice. Continue to soften and breathe. We're taking these very slow breaths in the belly and the mid-chest and the upper chest. Feel your body becoming lighter and lighter. And after a while, we become this breath. Our slow inhales and slow exhales. And we're feeding ourselves with these beautiful thoughts and feeling this peace spreading throughout our body. And let's take 5 slow breaths. If you'd rather close your eyes, you can. If you're working on this or practicing this drishti gazing, continue. And now we're going to gently bring our feet back down to the mat and take a few breaths, just closing the eyes and feeling. Noticing our breath and the circulation of energy. And we're going to take our hands, and as we lift our hips, we're going to press the bolster away from us so our back is on the mat, and we're still relaxing. Feeling the sense of weightlessness. And let's take 5 slow breaths. Feeling the space between each breath, that pause that happens. And as we become this breath, all of our thoughts are somewhere else, and we're allowing our body to completely rest and relax. Now we're going to gently just roll to the side and take a few breaths. And we're going to use our hands so we can press ourselves up. And we're going to lay over the top of the bolster. So we're going to put our chest on the bolster, and our chin is at the edge of the bolster. And bring the arms down by your sides. And we're going to feel the breath in the whole back, in the whole spine. And the more your chin could be at the edge of the bolster or your pillow, you could feel the lengthening of your spine and how the breath comes in and opens the ribs. Now let's use our hands underneath the shoulders and we're going to do some supported cobras and gently lift the chest up and down as you lengthen. Easy does it. And let's do a couple more. And then one more. So we're going to hold ourselves up and take that deep breath, lengthening the spine. And then as we come down, we're going to come into a supported child's pose and put our head on the bolster. And feel the release in your spine for 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to slowly come on up and sit on our heels and twist to the right. And then over to the left. And let's come to the center on our hands and knees and a couple of cat-cows. So we're using the breath and moving the whole spine. And one more. And as we come to the center, let's come into our downward dog. So we're going to lift our hips up just comfortably. Just wherever you are, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can straighten them out. You could press one heel down and then the other. And a couple more breaths. Just feel this lengthening. And now we're going to make our way into a seated position on the bolster. And let's sit cross-legged. And we're going to close our eyes and roll our shoulders up, back, and down, and breathe. Feel the jaw soft. And feel the whole breath. The chin is slightly tucked. And inside of the palms of our hands are beautiful balls of light. And we're wishing these balls of light to be peace for our world, So we're going to allow them to go all over the world and surround the earth with peace. Visualize our whole world being filled with peace. Now we're going to take our hands to our heart and feel this light coming into our chest as we wish ourselves good health and harmony and peace to our homes and families and communities. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. And one more time, big breath in. Namaste. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.